Pause.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Trey, like on it. So cool. Quickly breaking it down for them, yeah. Like for you as well, like like again another example. Today, you've woken up feeling rough for whatever reason. All of us are fighting demons. Some people are getting punched up by demons more than others. You get what I'm trying to say? But it's like, what do you do like some days when you get me when you're feeling like shit, but you got shit to do and you still need to keep it pushing? What do you do? What are some of the things you do?
One of the best teachers would tell you that they've been through the worst, so they can teach you how to stray away from it. So in terms of having depression, something that comes across quite regularly, but I'm learning how to deal with it more. There's things where I have the tools to do it. And it's just going back to revise those tools in order for me to recognize what's going on with myself and then come back. I find people use Instagram horribly.
Talk to them.
They save and like so many videos and their cookies are not good for them, bro.
I hear it.
They're not, alright, they're definitions of cookies, bro. They're giving your brain diabetes, bro.
Jesus.
You need to give yourselves apples in your Instagram. Find the content that is good for you. The content that you like, save it. And I have a saved, I don't know what it's called, but I have the saved square.
Yeah.
That's on mindfulness.
Yeah.
Which is where my thing with the affirmations came from.
Okay.
And recognizing where your faults would be and just tools to help you get away from it.
Okay,
That's
so
the thing where
now go on, continue. Sorry to even cut you. Go on.
So you're saying when you're depressed, you jump on Instagram to the saved.
what else are people doing when they're depressed? Bro?
So
when you're in your bed, depressed,
in
what are you
case
doing?
that's what even I was gonna literally say, like in case someone is chilling in their bed right now, watching these conversations, someone feeling like shit. What quick advice would you have for them? What quick advice would you have for them?
Put the phone down if you're depressed. You have to put it down. No. You can't look at nobody being happy. I can't do that. If I see a nigga being happy, I'll get pissed, bro.
If someone right now, before we move on on a quick one, if someone right now, they are chilling in their bed, scrolling through, keep on procrastinating, keep on saying to themselves, I'll get out of bed in 5-10 minutes, I'll get out of bed, I'll make a move. If someone's watching this, what quick advice would you have for them to get out of bed to keep them moving?
When you're depressed, innit, like, it don't matter if you're watching mindfulness, it don't matter if you're watching a nigga on a yacht, it don't matter if you're watching a bitch shaking ass. That's all depressing to see. Niggas like living life and you're in the bed. You have to get out of the bed and live life. Obviously, that's what the hard thing is. Like, when you're depressed, you can't get out of bed, but essentially, there is no other way. Like, essentially, you have to put the phone down and, like, eat your own good food. You have to go eat, or be mindful.
Let me rebuttal on that.
Yeah.
I agree in a way, but it has to start from somewhere.
Where?
It has to start from somewhere. So, for example,
advice, but I'll write that as well.
this content now, by you being able to have this, observe what's going on here, and observe the greatness that we're surrounded by, you have to be able to take something on board and say, okay, the video's ending now, what am I doing? Reflect and say, what is the things that I need to achieve today? Pinpoint 5 to 10 things that you want to achieve right this second, and at least tick one of them.
For real.
Small things, isn't it?
Take steps.
For real.
So they basically have a schedule.
Date one. How many people have a schedule?
What did they say? Failing to plan is planning to fail.
Yeah.
These things happen.
You're meant to plan out your whole day, every day.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Do you both
Google Calendar's a charm, but it don't always work like that.
do you both cry often? When was the last time you cried?
Gosh.
Trey, be honest. When was the last time you cried?
Me, I'm not a man of tears as such.
Why not?
I'm very poker faced. I think it's a wall for me. I think I have that soul that's very loving, but because it's so loving and vulnerable.
So just to get this,
rap it.
so to get this clear, just because you've got a loving soul, what does that mean? You can't cry?
I can ball.
I'm just
ball like a baby.
You see that thing with me, yeah?
Like
the good and the bad thing. The good and the bad thing with me is like when I'm proper listening to what the person says, yeah. Like I get so many different ways I could literally like reply to them. So it's like that was the first thing that just literally came on my mind. So I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
So what about that? What is it about you have like what you just said? Yeah. What prevents you from crying?
Let me give
from
you
that?
a scale. Let me give you a scale.
Yes.
I'm gonna put it from my the first lady in my home church. I'm gonna call it. The first lady. Every time she prays, bro, she go, Father God, and she prays. You see no tears.
I can't do it.
You see no tears. But you see when the Bible says God hears your cries or whatever. Oh, she lives that.
These emotional ladies in church.
She will cry, bro. She will cry, but you're not seeing the tears. Okay, that's that level of crying.
But some young's pressure, invisible tears.
So
they call that
the spiritual tears, man.
Spiritual tears and crocodile tears as well.
Yeah,
but yeah, go on. But going back to you, yeah, because obviously one of the things that sometimes I like to ask certain people, yeah, is why I like to ask certain people, like in terms of like when was the last time they cried or whatever. Because at the end of the day, bro, crying is normal, and I feel like I cry sometimes. It's good. I feel like I always get like a good release afterwards when I cry, and sometimes that's why I'm just curious to ask certain people, like, yo, like when was the last time you cried? Like, are you comfortable with crying? Do you cry easily? Do you? Yeah, what's going with like with that? That's why I ask as well.
I think I've had the tool as well. My dad, I have to pay homage to my dad for this.
Big up, pops.
Bro,
Big up your dad.
as a kid, I used to cry so often. Any little
would you
wind
say
up,
you was a crybaby?
I was so easy to wind up.
They used to call you a weeper
So easy.
because you're crying often.
Let me tell you a story.
That's a weeper.
When my stepdad came into my life,
Yeah.
and we used to play Ludos around the table or whatever. We used to play a game called Donkey. And when you hold a donkey card and you lose, they take the mick out of you, call you donkey, you make eat all noises, etc. I used to cry over that. And what? We're not on the table. You think I'm not throwing kicks, bro? If you're taking a fish, you're gonna donkey. So yeah, I used to cry so often. But it was a
Let's
thing
get it
where
correct in case some people.
On
I
the
think
phone.
maybe something might have went over some people's heads. Yeah. Let's get this correct here. Did you used to get called a donkey or a monkey?
so it was a card game. It was a card game.
Because
If you lost,
again, in case you'd be surprised. Sometimes some people might be like monkey or donkey. What the fuck did he
monkey.
say? Yeah, donkey.
You said monkey.
So
Yeah.
So the theme,
Donkey,
the theme of the game, the name itself was called Donkey.
it was called Donkey.
Okay.
And the idea was it was a pack of family cards. You see like Monopoly, where you have the orange colour, you have the purple colour, you have the blue colour. You have to find all those pairs and put it down.
Okay.
And people have to take your card. And if you have the donkey in your hand,
Yeah.
the objective is to try and give the donkey away and get your matching cards and have your hands free.
Okay.
But
So
at the end of the game, if you're left with one card, that means you have the donkey card.
you get ridiculed.
Basically. I used to get so emotional over that, bro. I used to get so emotional over that.
Because they went OTT with it.
But I mean, they made the game good because you don't want to be the donkey.
It's entertainment. I'm not gonna lie. Because when it's my turn now, no matter how much I'm shopping, I'm gonna give it back to you.
It sounds interesting.
That sounds lit.
So it was one of those things where I had to learn to control my anger. Because I can't be kicking my stepdad like he's not a big man for me. What? If he wanted to clap me back, I'm in hospital, bro. So I had to learn to control my anger. And my dad was one of the people that was able to say, okay, learn how to center yourself. Even learning to control your speech when you're angry. Breathe before you speak. Center yourself first.
Word.
And I was able to.
If I wasn't holding this camera the way I'm holding, I would have spotted you still. That's some good shit. Yeah, man. Yeah. How about you, Justin? When was the last time you cried?
Cry often, but
and what? Yeah, it's a two-part question. Yeah, quickly. Yeah, like when was the last time you cried, and what are your thoughts on men crying in general, boys and men crying?
I think I must have cried like 2 weeks ago or
Turkey.
something. Like
Yeah.
maybe like it was. So in March, I must have cried like once. It must have been twice. I mean, 2 weeks ago, kind of thing. So I would say, yeah, men cry in it, but
Of course they do, bro. We're
you
human.
don't want to cry in front of people. Like I don't.
Do you ever
like
cry?
crying in
Obviously,
front of
people can't see, but obviously you've got your girlfriend here, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever cry in front of her?
Yeah, I don't really like to in an argument, like you know.
Hold on,
when
no.
you
Let's
argue
break this
with-
down nice and slowly, yeah. Did you say you cry in front of her during an argument?
Yeah.
What type of argument, if you don't mind us asking, what type of stuff that make you cry during an argument?
Colombo.
Trying to investigate the new land.
Let's keep.
Like,
Okay, cool. Let's keep them. But this one, like I said to you guys, remember a few minutes ago I said, yeah, this is the thing. When I listen proper, because you know people usually say like listening is a skill. Let's keep it real. Listening is a skill, right? And sometimes when you're actually proper listening to somebody what they say, yeah, you'd be surprised in terms of like what other questions you'd have in terms because you proper listen to what
if
they
I
said.
see
So
she's in pain in
it
the
just caught
argument,
my caught my ear like you saying
that
yeah.
will make me cry, innit? If
Okay.
she's sad
Yeah.
in the argument,
Yeah.
like I feel like the argument's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
We're just arguing.
Okay. Yeah.
That can make me
Okay,
a bit
cool.
break down. It's
Bro,
like you feel
we're
like
human,
there's
bro.
there's nothing for you
Yeah.
to win.
Yeah.
There's nothing for you to win, innit?
Yeah.
Because
What do you think?
No one wins in the situation.
I remember I always got a crazy madness to some of my questions, by the way. So let's circle back around there. Another reason why I asked you that as well, yeah, because obviously a lot of men, they don't really cry in front of their women, innit? You get me?
You shouldn't.
And it's like,
I believe you should.
I believe you should too. And I believe you should definitely
No.
be able to cry in front of your woman.
You can.
Not too,
cries,
not,
innit?
not
Like,
too often.
If
Not,
your mom dies, you can cry.
yeah.
At a funeral, you can cry, innit? There's fair cries.
Out of happiness.
But you can't. Out of happiness.
Yeah, like you just had a baby.
Indian tear, like I'm saying, you can let these Indian tears fall. Like even when I start crying, I stop myself, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like, and I'll be direct with you. Like I'm very emotional. I'm very like. I might even say like feminine. I was raised by women, but I will say like in my experience,
You don't let that show around the.
Nah, because it's like certain things. You don't want to show weakness all the time,
So
like
that's the
even like with niggas, like not even more with niggas, like cause they want it like a lot of times like men like she's with me, you know what I'm saying, that's my girl, so she's with me all the time. Like men are not with you all the time, bro. They will cut you instantly, bro. You cannot cry around niggas, even if you think that's your boy, even if like because he will just think he can't depend on you, and the same thing with your woman, bro. Like you're just crying all the time. Who's depending on you, man? Like because like at the end of the day with men, yeah, like it's like when my man said with the legacy 10, yeah, who's building it but you? Only you, innit? No one else is going to help you. No one gives a fuck, bro. Like, even though man can cry and someone can say that's how most, bro. Even in times, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro, certain times niggas have told me that they're sad, and I'm just like, bro, shut up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shut up, bro. Like,
what have they told you? Have they told you like
they can
they're
tell me
going through
anything,
shit?
they're going through
they want to
emotional
cry.
shit. But
Bro,
at the
this
same
is
time,
this is why niggas are killing
I'm
themselves
starving
because
as
people
well,
don't
bro.
want to
You
listen.
can tell me rat-tat-tat, yeah, but I've gone through it as well, bro.
Yeah.
My granddad just died the other day, bro. You want to talk about family deaths? Niggas always want to be like, can't do this because someone died, bro. That's what I'm saying. I cried for 30 minutes. It was emotion, and then I had to keep it pushing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, everyone's sad, and even if someone else is sad, yeah, like let's say his granddad died as well. He doesn't want me to just go, yeah, my granddad's dead as well. Oh my god. Like he wants me to be like, bro, like it's alright, like I've got you in it, like you sad.
I hear
it's
it.
alright, man's got you.
Yeah.
So that's what people want to hear. And a woman as well, she wants to hear that. Like she wants to be able to tell you I'm sad, and then you be like, I've got you, innit?
Do you think that comes from a place of like emotional intelligence?
Yeah.
You get me? You know, like when you know what, like.
You'll cry
Yeah.
if you do cry a lot. You will cry in front of people. Like my man said, you will cry in front of people, and you'll see their reaction.
What do
to
you
crying?
Yeah. What do you guys think about women who basically women who laugh at men who cry in front of them?
That's what I'm getting at. Don't play yourself. Don't cry in front of her. Don't give it up.
ties in like
You got those bitches, innit?
That's deep.
You know you got those bitches. You know you got those bitches out there who, like, who get basically men, coming to them in a vulnerable state, and they basically, obviously, they use that against them when they argue. You know, the typical one.
That's not a woman. That's
What do you think of? If you guys clock what I said, I didn't even call them gal, whatever. I call them bitches.
Yeah.
They're just a bunch of fucking bitches.
I understand if it's one of them things where you're hearing crocodile tears from your man.
Yeah.
And she's reactive for you to pattern up. If you get pattern up, I understand.
That's true.
Yeah.
The phrase, alright. I've used the phrase pattern up in a
I hear it.
relationship
I've heard it so many times.
But the thing is, I'm blunt in a certain way. I'm blunt in a certain way. So I was aware of it. So I said to her sister, tell your sister to pattern up. However she translates it is how I want her to be affected, because that's her sister. You grew it from young. You know how to talk with each other. So work that situation out.
Yeah.
I understand that it happens. I'm aware mindfulness is a thing. It's just the point to where you have to know your tools and how you operate and work with the people that you're operating with. So in terms of being able to cry, G Herbo, gangster cry. Bro, man, them cry, fam. Funerals, deaths, red stove. Come on, man. Yeah. It's present in London. The knife crime epidemic, bro. London has been crying for years. Okay, we're slowly getting better. I would like to hope, from what I'm observing, I'd say it's getting better.
Yeah, I'll say we've cried so much we've become immune to the cry now.
Becoming immune and numb to scenario.
Are you not?
So it's not just immuneness, bro. People become numb. It's not healthy. So when you're crying to your woman and the surroundings are numb, bro, she should feel honored that you are open to your woman.
Yeah, because guys don't really.
That's a responsibility you need to take up.
Time.
Yeah, man, responsible.
Because guys we don't really cry. Like, we don't cry in front of, you know what I mean? It's different for a man to cry than a female to cry. You know what I mean? The female, they can be around their girlfriends and just emotionally cry out, and with a guy, that ain't gonna really happen. Not like that. There's a different level and respect to that. You know what I mean? Like, unless it's like real close family, they understand you, they get you, they you know, then you could breach that boundary because they know you. You know, you're plus you're comfortable when doing that. You're not gonna get ridiculed by that. You know what I mean? Obviously, we're gonna limit the amount that we do it, but you can openly do it.
Yeah, you can open.
But to someone that you don't know, people, you ain't just gonna go out. And
the heavy one is being dependable though, as well. Like, because there's some people that are surty, right? There's some people that cry and you'll be like, okay, my man cries. But there's some people that never cry and you respect them because anytime you call on that person, you know he's never gonna break down on you. You know he's always gonna come forward for you. He's always gonna step up to the plate. Whereas like the majority of the world will cry, actually. Like, majority of people will just be like, break down. If you tell them something, oh, I'm out here on the street, can you come get me? They'll be like, I can't, cause you know what I'm saying, I'm tired or I'm depressed. Like, they're not coming to get you. Like, only people who like are saying, all right, cool. They leave there, they drop their problems. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So to portray that, you have to act a certain way.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying, I'm emotional, bro. Man loves art, man loves women. You know what I'm saying? Man loves like
Did you say love
getting
women?
deep with your emotions or whatnot, yeah.
Did you say love women?
Yeah.
Of course, what other way would you have it?
Gotta love them.
You know, I know sometimes I troll, but sometimes I literally ask questions, literally just get a genuine answer, literally.
Yeah, I mean like not in a sexual way. I mean like in like like being around them.
Yeah, you see,
Like,
at least
yeah.
my man even explained himself even a bit more, and yeah, he landed, man. You get me? No, I hear it, bro. Like, do you not feel like men, or you don't feel like you got? Do you both feel like you're actually a man, or you feel like you've got more work to do? Be brutally honest. Bro.
See, growing up in church, up in church, it was a thing where pastors used to say, men, come to the front now, we're going to anoint you and pray for you, etc. I was still sat in my seat until they said boys. When they said boys, I stood up. Because I always felt like I'm not a man until I have these certain things that I attained.
Yeah, there's levels to it.
Do you feel like a man now? Or
Certain.
What made that?
Good question, Justin.
Being able to step away from
what?
my circle and start pushing my seeds in this world.
Have you got
able to?
Sorry, keep going. I'm so sorry, bro. This is just a sick conversation. Sorry.
I was trying.
No, go on, bro.
The words
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
do.
know how to say it, but just being able to set my own pathways. Not being able to call someone and say, okay,
I need this.
there's an issue. The word need. No.
Depending on themselves.
No. It's a thing where, are you willing? Are you willing? Because we can do this. That's when I say, yeah, that's where it is.
Okay, so basically in a nutshell, yeah, when you started feeling like a man is when you basically started like taking responsibilities of like a lot of different things, and you didn't really need help from a lot of people or need a lot of help from to do certain things. You get me? Is that when you started feeling like a man, because obviously you can take care of yourself, you can take care of that responsibility, and that is that what you meant in a nutshell? Basically, you get me?
Yeah.
I hear you, bro. No, I hear you. What about you, Justin? I asked this for a reason, but after your answer, I'll get into why I asked it.
Even when you asked that question, I felt the reaction like when my man said, like,
a quick
I felt
one as
like
well,
a boy.
Yeah.
As soon as man said, are you a man? I felt like a boy.
Yeah. A quick one as well. The only reason why I asked that, I'm so sorry, by the way, yeah? I'm so sorry for interrupting you. Quick one. Another reason why I asked that as well, because once again, there's a difference between being a young man versus being a grown man. Do you not understand exactly where I'm coming from?
So what's the difference in that?
The difference between you tell me. I feel like everybody's got their own interpretation, right, mate? Everybody's got their own interpretation, mate. You know what I mean, mate?
Yeah, there's a young man.
Or just aside, like what?
I'm a young man.
Yeah,
I would say
talk about real shit.
A grown man, right? A grown man's got certain shit. Like
Yeah.
a grown man's kind of like probably got a wife, probably got like kids and that. It's like a young man.
So right now you feel like a young man, yeah?
Yeah,
Cool.
Where I definitely feel like I'm a man because I have to depend on myself. I have to provide for myself. Like, I pay my own bills. I buy my own clothes and shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not like the person that I want to be. Like, I'm not the person that feels like the person that, like, I guess the role models I've had in my life are strong men. If I was to compare myself to them and like what they could provide in a situation, that I'm saying that dependable element, I think, is the deciding factor. Like, if somebody was to call me and say, I need your help.
Yeah.
How well could I help them? Like, not as much as I wish I could. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could have a tenner for you, a five, I come to you, something like that.
I hear you. And what are your thoughts on, you know, sometimes usually people say like, you have to take, if you're not in a good place and if you don't take care of yourself first, you're not going to be able to, you know, to like be any benefit to anyone else. You'd have heard of that one before, you get me? Maybe I worded it a little bit different. Like what are your thoughts on in terms of like sometimes being selfish, in terms of like putting yourself first before anyone else? What are your thoughts on that?
Of course, put yourself first all the time.
Yeah.
Because without you putting yourself first, how are you gonna be able to help the ones you're surrounded by?
Yeah. And Trey, would you say like you definitely like at certain parts when you feel like you need to step back from certain things to put yourself first, yeah? Would you honestly say that you definitely do that? Like sometimes you put yourself first to make sure that you're good before being able to continue?
It's a must. You have to. You have to be
You'd
your
be surprised.
best for your foundation.
You get me? Yeah.
Okay, there's sacrifice. There's sacrifice, but you have to be your best in order to sacrifice, bro. How are you gonna fast and you don't know how to fast?
You said
That's not
fast?
being, yeah.
Do you fast?
come on, yeah. Do you know what it is?
Sorry, I said this thing. I tried to be so serious, and this thing I said, be fast. Be fast.
That's what you're doing, man.
Nah,
That's
because
what
I can't get myself to do that, so I'm like, damn, alright, cool.
Reality TV,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not gonna lie, Trey, you was going.
Because
Yeah.
I feel
He
like
was
a
going
lot of
somewhere.
people say they fast.
This nigga
Like,
said
I'm
he
not saying you
fast.
personally, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying a lot of niggas say they fast and they don't fast. So
Yeah.
I'm asking you, do you really fast?
Astaghfirullah.
so-
Astaghfirullah. A lot of niggas would lie about fasting. Astaghfirullah.
There's levels
Yeah.
to fasting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I do a thing where I do a diet change. I
Interesting.
would say that's fasting because I'm still sacrificing.
Yeah, a certain
and
thing.
having my own.
Is
People
that
are
for
able
Lent?
to.
Or anytime?
This year, I haven't done it consistently, but yeah, I try to around Easter, Lent times.
Yeah.
I try to. Even if my church say, okay, it's time, 2 weeks fasting, we're doing 2 weeks fasting. They're fasting. Bro. Like, they're doing the whole thing. But I'm saying, okay, you lot do your thing, but I'm just going to change my diet. Like, I'm going to do vegan or pescatarian stuff. And it's a way
No,
of...
that's right though.
It makes it more fun to me because as a chef trying to be innovative, it's opening my mind to different avenues of foods and appreciating more. It helps me understand sustainability way more as well.
100%.
Cause yeah, I was on Instagram and I saw like loads of Jews during the Passover, Lent or whatever. That's the time before Easter. You're supposed to fast before Easter. Like I think you just did that. And niggas talking about I'm eating fillet of fish only. I'm talking about so you can't just only maybe eat fish or something like just to get into it.
It makes a difference. It makes a difference because even in your body, bro, I'm a guy that doesn't eat pork. If I say okay, I'm gonna eat pork.
Astaghfirullah.
Oh, my body's doing its own thing. Like it's not functioning the same like it would. My guts are exploding, bro. It doesn't agree with my body anymore. I used to, in school, the bacon sarnie was my thing. Yeah. You see me. No matter how much I was selling my own little bits, bro. I'm in the canteen having a bacon sarnie.
Hey, that was my thing,
Even
you know.
the bagels as well.
Come on.
Ooh, that was all me.
Come on.
Nah, I can't.
How long?
My body won't.
How long have you gone on without eating pork?
I would say since around year 10, I think. Around
Oh
year 10,
shit, that's quite a long time, bro.
Cut down.
That's quite a long time.
As I
to do.
said, every now and then I might do once a year, taste a bit of pork.
Okay.
Yeah.
Astaghfirullah. I hear it though, yeah.